A cinnamon swirl. Who is it made by?
Wait there. Well, let's start properly. Have we started?
We started.
Oh, we started.
Supposed to be
So
eating.
basically, I'm meant to be eating, but I'm not. Hello.
Hello.
So we're on our 4th episode. This is week 4. Gimson still in the same clothes. Costa, can you smell him?
No, it's a bit stinky.
Oh, maybe you do need that beard stuff.
Yeah, Captain Fullset, give me a shout.
Yeah, shout it.
Plug in.
You can maybe shout and help me with a beard as well in general.
Get a turkey for that, mate.
I don't have any of that. So we're on episode 4
of the Gimson Rosko Show.
That's correct.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and tell all your friends about us.
Yeah, we haven't said that once, have we?
Not in the last few hours or last few weeks, however long it's been.
It's been a while. So today we're joined by Reece, good friend of mine,
from Eat Shoots and Leaves.
Right.
Eat Shoots and Leaves.
Come
If
on.
you like his logo, holla.
We'll put the Instagram details on that below as well. But
so yeah, how you doing anyway? You right?
Yeah, good.
So first question we like to ask all our guests, even though we forget all the way through, is can you give us 3 good things that happened to you today?
Is that nice?
There's nothing there.
What do you
It's
mean?
just brown paper.
It's for show, isn't it?
Anyway, 3 good things that happened.
Oh,
come on.
I don't know. Coming on the show, one.
Yeah.
So I do not do things like this. Like, this is massively out of my comfort zone, but
This is good.
I'm just gonna do it anyway. I'm Peng on camera. That's what Roscoe keeps telling me.
So,
sell your business.
the reason we do the 3 good things is
To start positively.
to start positively.
Yeah,
to give you on the,
good. Yeah, because I've been struggling a bit lately. So, I don't know. Went for a bike ride this morning.
Yeah,
So-
that's good.
Just keep active, stay active. I don't know. And I was baking. I love to bake.
There you go.
And you made some banging blooming
Oh yeah, and I made
wings.
some cauliflower
Come on,
wings.
bro, this
Listen,
is what I
no
mean.
chickens were harmed.
Yes.
You don't have to eat meat either.
So,
Just
yeah.
plug in my veganism.
So Reece is a baker, a master baker, I might say. Look what he's brought for us. Do you want one?
Oh, fucking yeah.
Yeah, I'm in.
Come on.
Swing
Meant
'em
to be
out.
I won't be the
fasting,
first
but
person to start eating this shit.
I'm gonna.
Thank you very much, Reece.
Go
No
for
worries, bro.
How many were in there?
it. There's none left.
Costa, there's 2 in there. You can have one.
There's none left.
Yeah.
We'll go on.
Mate, why is that one sticking up?
Because it's exciting.
It's calling
Yeah. Boom. Yeah. Thanks for that, Reece. They look fucking
Banging.
banging. So yeah,
nice.
you can order these through
on my Instagram
you
actually.
plug you, man.
On my Instagram, just slide in the DMs.
Naughty slide.
Oh, I'm dropping it everywhere.
We'll sweep up after.
Yeah, nice.
you. So, how long have you been baking for?
Quite a while.
Something you've always been into?
Yeah, like obviously living alone, quite boring. And I'm quite hands-on with things, so I always like to set myself little challenges. I more started like cooking first, and then I thought, shit, I'm really bad at baking. So I just started practicing, and then turns out I'm actually pretty good.
They say that, then they say it's like if you're to always pick the weakest thing that you're doing.
I think
Focus
so,
on that.
definitely.
And would you say that bacon is your favourite out of all the cooking?
Yeah, I definitely enjoy it. And I obviously, on last week on the show, Sai said about obviously, if you do something you enjoy, you never work a day in your life. And I find like when I have to bake loads, I get up, it's not working. I mean, now I know why Mary Berry does it.
You
That's why she's a ripe age of 110 or whatever she is.
Is she?
Yeah.
I don't know, bruv.
She looks quite
Is she
old.
from Bath as well?
Mary Berry? Graham Hancock is. Is she?
Yeah.
We need to get her on the show as well.
Nah, that's competition. No, Mary.
Oh, she ain't making vegan
Get me on the
goods.
bake-off.
If anyone knows Graham Hancock,
Yeah,
because he's
holla.
Yeah,
local, hook us up.
innit?
Yeah, we really want him and his daughter. Not like that. Come on.
The guy, the pub owner, when the fucking
Yeah.
he like went in, he was just fucking kicked him out.
Of the Raven.
What?
You're not
Yeah,
welcome
yeah.
in my pub,
Yeah.
he said. Yeah, he got really angry.
What happened?
I don't really know, like...
Labour MP. What's his name?
MP, the fucking leader.
The leader. Yeah, him.
Whatever.
Bro,
Him.
I don't follow it religiously. I just know he's something to do with Labour. He was doing like a PR thing or some shit in the pub, wasn't he?
Well, outside the pub, I think.
He was in the pub.
And he tried to go
got-
in. Yeah, he
Oh,
went
did
into
he?
the pub, and then he got like the owner got like manhandled by his security.
Yeah, which is illegal, I think. I don't think you're allowed to touch pub owners like that.
Right, I'm confused.
Basically,
They wouldn't let Keir Starmer in the pub.
no,
No,
they
didn't want him in
there.
his pub.
Like doing PR stuff. Like when Nigel Farage went in the Bell and they all went mad and chased
When
him
David Cameron tried to hug a hoodie.
out. Yeah, that basically. Don't
David, what the fuck were you doing, mate?
hug the hoodie.
I mean, I like you think about these people who come up with these fucking PR campaigns and you think, fucking, what
mental.
are you doing? Remember the last one when it was Corbyn and Theresa May? And do you know what? I think this was one of the parts of my downfall into my fucking where I had like fucking my time off with depression and fucking mental illness was because I think Twitter had a big fucking role to do with that. We're fucking following politics at the time, and when you're reading what people write, I was like, oh my god. This is fucking awful. But it was like that when you looked at Theresa May when she was doing that campaign. And it was like fucking... She was like a robot.
You don't want that there.
Yeah, I'm not about
Not
Twitter.
for you, innit?
I don't have Twitter.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
It's blurred anyway, you can't see what it says.
Yeah, fair.
Like, if you wanted to be
Well, it says.
You're like...
Let's put it up here.
Actually, yeah,
Put it up here.
put it
Oh,
Yeah, prop.
shit, got nice
Like, yeah, we'll keep that as a prop
place
as
on
well.
the shelf
Got a
still.
first prop, thanks, Reece.
That's okay.
I know we got these.
What?
Yeah, I've seen your little...
These from Ellie.
Yeah, nice. I wonder where they came from.
Yeah, Ellie bought them for us.
Decent.
My one's yellow.
Mine's blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I'm pink.
I'm glad you know your colours, bro.
Yeah, man, yeah. So, right, let's like, I haven't planned anything for this one as well, but I quite like it unplanned.
Yeah,
It's
same.
quite nice and natural. So, let's start at the beginning of your life of stopping eating meat and putting down. Like, how did that happen? I know how it happened,
yeah, well,
and it's funny. It's a funny story. Go on, tell the people.
Shall I be honest?
Yeah.
So, it started at Glastonbury four years ago. Mm-hmm. So I was with a friend, Calvin. Yeah, we were this.
Was I there?
Yeah,
You were there
as well.
Of course I was.
Yeah, so basically, I'd already started like consciously not eating meat. I think I went to Iceland and I ate mink whale, and it was like the best meat I've ever eaten, better than any Hudson steak, anything. And I thought I just ate another mammal. Like I can't eat meat again. So I was at Glastonbury and Calvin was like, oh, you'll be vegan by the end of the week. I'll have you vegan. I was like, no, you won't. Anyway, so the week went on, and every morning we got up, we'd obviously have one meal for the day. And he's always like, yes, go to this vegan van and get a vegan burrito. And there's always the pengiest girls working on this van, and no queue. So I was like, this vegan life is easy. There's Peng girls, there's no queues. Like, I'm not going hungry, everyone else is starving. I was like, do you know what? This vegan life's for me. And then I remember at the end of the week, I got home and I probably lost about a stone. And I had a six-pack and I was like...
From not eating meat?
Wow. I don't think it was
Or
from...
the dancing?
Or the dancing.
The disco biscuits.
But yeah, so obviously I was like, wow, but like, although I was only eating one meal a day, I still felt like it was everything I needed. Like I had the energy, I was good. Like probably wasn't from the food, but yeah, no, that's where it began.
Do you still only eat one meal a day?
No,
Yeah.
nah.
Do you like?
That's just a Glastonbury thing.
Do you like intermittent fast? Or
Yeah,
anything
I
like
fast. I fast. I only eat from 11 till 7. I find
Yeah.
it quite well.
Apart
So
from today.
that? But yeah,
apart from
I
that, we
do
just
fucking
yeah,
do.
but you know,
Special day.
when in Rome.
The Gimson Rosko Show.
Yeah, so I find that in the last 3 months actually, just from fasting alone, like I've never been able to sleep properly. Never. I've always had like mind going mental, like. But yeah, it's not eating from a specific time. I'm sleeping like a baby.
Yeah.
Like,
Have you done any longer fasts?
nah. I mean, I've gone like obviously days at Glastonbury. You just
But you've not just done just the water.
no. So I looked into water fasting when my mum was diagnosed with cancer. Obviously, every way, shape, or form that I could help, I was trying.
Yeah.
I read like into a study in that even someone of my size and like structure could probably go 70 days.
Yeah.
Obviously under like
Supervision,
the right, supervision. But it did get me thinking, because obviously I thought in myself to make my mum do this because she doesn't want to do like anything out of her comfort zone, and obviously I felt like if I was to do it as well, it may push her, give her the like motivation to do it. So yeah, I looked into it, but it would be somewhat, obviously I wouldn't do it so say now, but if I was ever diagnosed or or like it was beneficial to my health, then yeah, I'd definitely give it a go.
It's really weird because after the first day you don't get hungry.
Yeah,
for the first day you get the cravings for the food, but once you've gone to sleep and when you wake up, you're on like this really weird like.
Have you done it?
Yeah, I've done 72 hours is the longest I've done.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like you feel this really weird alertness, like you're like you've got no brain fog. You're just like you're up, you're alert, and I think it's from what they gather, they say it's your body has gone into like
reboot
fight mode, like you're not getting any food, so you're like if through an evolution point, it's
Survival,
like right, you've got to be alert, right? Where are you getting your next fill from? What are you foraging? What are you catching? What are you doing? Because you need to eat. So whether I think it's that, and I think it's you ain't got the sluggishness of like your food's slowing you down.
I find that
but you don't get hungry the next day. It's really weird. Like you don't have the hunger like you did the day before.
So
and it's
now we've eaten late. Tomorrow morning I'll wake up and I'll be starving. It's like my body's
it does.
Now.
But
as soon as I fast and I stick to my fasting, I don't wake up hungry. Like I ran 20 miles the other day, fasted, non-stop. And people say to me, "Oh, like you're running your mad." And like, yeah, but if you knew what I did and how I ran, and the fact that I haven't eaten breakfast, and it's like
they say cardio in a fasted state is the best way to.
Well, I've always gymmed like fasted as well. I find, and like even lifting heavy and stuff, I don't find it a challenge. I find it better as well. Like you said, you're not full, you're not lethargic. It's easier to like
after you've eaten or after you've ejaculated. It's like the 2 times you're just like. I mean, it's like it's like if I'm in the evening or something, and it's like and I'll eat, and it's like I want to then go and like make some music because it's like I'm operating on when the kids are around or whatever, and if I've got stuff to record, I'm like I can't be fucked. Which
morning's always better for me.
Morning's like
I'm very productive in the morning.
Like, it's better.
Very
like,
productive in the morning.
That's what I obviously working nights. My sleep pattern is mash up. And then through lockdown, I was going to bed at 9 and waking up at 5 every day.
Yeah, it's nice as well.
And it was amazing.
It's to say like working shifts. It's like, I'm the same. It's like 1 week I'll be like waking up at fucking 2 in the morning. The week after I'll be fucking going to work at like 3 in the afternoon. And then you go back to earlys again where I might be starting at like 8, 9 in the morning, which is like a fucking massive line.
Yours are even more staggered.
That's
it's
really
weird.
bad.
It's all over the place. Do you know what I mean? Shit,
how does that affect like your health and your body?
That is why I
and
think
your eating and like
I think that is why having a strict sort of like time frame of when I eat massively helps. Because no matter what time of day it is, I mean, it's like because I could be say you work a night shift. It's like you don't want to be fucking like having your meal at 2 in the morning.
You still stick to the same time.
I still eat at the same time.
Even though you're awake at different
I don't
times.
eat between the well, I have tonight, but like on a regular day, it's between 12 and 7. Similar to you. Do you mean it's like I skip breakfast and have my first meal as lunch?
Well, this is what I mean. People say, "Oh, breakfast is the most important meal of the day." You're breaking fast. So it's what you're putting in your body because you've been fasted for so long.
Technically, the first meal should be your biggest meal. Whether you have that at typical breakfast time or not, they say the first one, and they that science, the studies show, if you have poison in the morning, you're less likely to die than if you have poison in the evening.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, I suppose.
Huh?
What poor guy fucked that out?
The poisoned
half of the Western world.
Where's your mic?
My mic is over there.
But Sadhguru, he only says he eats one meal a day, man.
I through lockdown I was eating 1 meal a day because I wasn't moving. Do you know what I mean? Well, until
I suppose it depends on what you're doing in a day, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But then if you get used to just eating that 1 meal, and if you smash all your nutrients, all your carbs, proteins, fats, everything in that 1 meal, then I suppose you'd be fine. I've done it at Glastonbury, so you'll definitely be fine.
Well, I think you could do it with a smoothie anyway. Like I mean, you could have your meal and a smoothie, which ticks off all the boxes for your essential nutrients.
You know, no matter what you put in a smoothie, how many fruits, vegetables, it's only classes 1 meal 5 a day.
What?
It's only 1 of your 5 a day. Because you're breaking down the fructose and stuff. Like, you're not actually digesting it, are you? Chewing it, like.
Yeah.
So you're
I
breaking
thought
down
it was
the
better for you that way. Because then
No,
your body
that's juicing though, isn't it? Because if you're having the smoothie, you're still having all of the
bits
the fibre. It's if you
Yeah, but
juice.
I think it's because you're not chewing it to digest it, the enzymes and stuff. You're actually just drinking it.
No, I don't know.
I'm not sure, but
I always
know
thought
it's
it was,
like 1 of your 5 a day. I read that in a book.
Because I know that they tried to say that the sugar was bad, and then I read Dr. Gregor was like, nah, it's not.
Nah, because I've obviously read after like working out and stuff as well, you should eat fruit because obviously
Yeah.
the fructose and that replaces like glucose and stuff in your muscles. Which you,
Because the fructose it's got the phytonutrients in it. So people
Yeah.
like when they say like, the sugar in fruit, it's like the sugar in fruit is not fucking bad.
but this
for
is
you.
why we need to teach nutrition in school.
Yeah,
It's like-
but the worse than that, right? Doctors, I'm not sure if it's here because like if you read Dr. Gregor's book, he's based in America, but in America, doctors in America, I think is. I might get the timings wrong, but it's so much stupid like fucking 20 hours, right?
Of their
of their education
It's
is
2%.
on nutrition.
It's 2%, 2 to
Fuck all.
5%.
Yeah.
And this is why it's indoctrination, exactly.
They get money for every pill they eat.
Yeah.
Well, especially in America, especially in
Yeah.
America.
So that's why they have the opioid crisis. and everything.
Yeah,
It gets
and
advertised.
why
Like,
do you-
We're not allowed to advertise medication here on TV.
No.
No.
There, it's like.
Did you see
What about
see
the vaccine there?
Johnson and Did you see Johnson and Johnson fucking get sued? They lost the court case
When?
What?
Was this
recently.
What about
The opioid. They had so much to do with the opioid epidemic.
I think they used to
For
say
like
that they weren't
talcum powder.
addictive.
It was
Yeah.
pseudo addiction? They used to
Yeah.
make their marketing scheme. Basically, their marketers would go and obviously sell this product, and then we'd go to doctors and say, "Oh, we'll pay you to sell this product."
Yeah.
And when they come to you and say that they're becoming addictive, you say, "Oh no, you're not. You're just getting used to that dose, so we'll give you a higher dose." And
Yeah.
actually becoming pseudo addictive. So, yeah, that's obviously
Well,
why they have an
they lost.
opioid.
The bill that they got was fucking astronomical.
Yeah.
But from that, all they did something within the fucking stock market and just basically just made that money straight back. So they didn't hurt at all,
No,
damaged at all.
and
In
this
the
is what I'm
slightest.
like, yeah.
It's like Johnson and Johnson, and they like fucking the adverts. It's like, do you know they had that big thing as well with their talcum powder
Yeah, the talcum
Yeah.
powder.
that was giving like cervical cancer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
crazy.
And like they lost cases on that as well, and they make so much money they don't give a shit. They just fucking
But
like
that's
pay them off.
every pharmaceutical
Yeah.
company.
Yeah.
Because when I was looking into all the stuff when
Was it?
Pfizer. When I was looking into that, it's like I was reading online that they have the record for the highest payout in history
Yeah.
in a court case.
was
right?
that the polio?
But it wasn't. It was another one that was even more. But it was another one that's making a vaccine and that, and it was even more money.
Well, the
You're talking
Johnson
billions.
the
80
Johnson and
billion
Johnson
something.
vaccine
Yeah.
has just been recalled in
Have you
America.
not seen what's in that vaccine?
It's
No.
been recalled.
It's
The one in America, Johnson and Johnson's been
recently?
recalled. Yeah.
Have you seen what's in the vaccination? The Johnson & Johnson?
No,
So it's
I
got
don't know.
aborted baby retina cells and aborted baby, I think it's kidney or liver cells. So when did you get to this point where you thought, we'll use aborted babies in a vaccination for COVID?
It's weird.
Stem cells,
the
innit?
Yeah, stem cells.
Yeah,
So they've recalled it.
Yeah.
It's like every country's recording it, isn't it?
Well, I know
Johnson and Johnson.
Well, I think
the
every
John,
vaccination
America,
should be
in America, I know Johnson and Johnson's
Like,
been
with the
recalled.
EU, it's absolutely political, the like AstraZeneca one. Which is like,
Yeah.
you know, the Pfizer had the same supply issues.
Yeah,
They
but
didn't get
isn't
shit
this
for it.
because if you look at I think the Pfizer and the Moderna vaccination are both about £14 to £15 per vaccination.
Oh yeah, and then
Whereas the AstraZeneca is like £1.
So AstraZeneca isn't
£2.
earning any pennies. They're not earning.
It's non-
They're doing it at.
Is that the Oxford
cost.
one?
Yeah,
they're
Yeah.
doing it-
this is the one that's had like 5
Yeah,
years.
It's like £4 instead of like.
But
15.
haven't they changed that now? Didn't like Bill Gates or someone go and get involved and basically say, "Fucking look, you can't."
Well, this is
do
proof
that.
that it's all for money, then,
I
isn't
don't
it?
think
Like,
so. I think the AstraZeneca one is still going for like.
They're still doing it at a cost.
Yeah.
Because I did hear that the other day that they were saying that that's what their intent was, but like Bill Gates, whoever's gone in and been like, "Fucking nah, like don't do that."
It's all a bit fishy still.
It's the Columbus.
Can you verify some of these things so we don't look like
Yeah,
twats?
well, that's why I'm not really saying too much.
I get into it to find out.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
not
just
saying too much
going into a
on them.
wormhole.
I ain't saying much.
Yeah,
None of this is facts. If
No,
you're
it's not
watching.
factual. It's
It's
just
Get vaccinated if you want to, and don't if you don't want to. It's that simple.
it's up to you.
but it's interesting. I did see this doctor the other day talking about
You've been vaccinated.
Yeah, I'm about to have my second one soon.
You haven't had your second one.
Nah, not yet.
What did you have? Which one did you go for?
I have a choice that doesn't even matter, I don't think.
Why? So are we allowed? Are we allowed a choice?
We do,
Nah,
don't you just?
get, like literally, like the person in front of me had the Pfizer one, and then they were like, "Oh,
What?
sorry,
So
that's
it's
the
like a
last
lucky
one."
dip.
Yeah, and then they were like, "Oh, sorry, that's the last one. You're getting the AstraZeneca
Have-
one."
have
I had
you-
the worst side effects.
have you had
But
COVID?
isn't the AstraZeneca
Have
one?
you had
I don't
COVID?
think so.
You
Like,
don't
if
think
I
so?
had COVID, I would know. It was like I had the flu last year and I almost fucking died.
Because-
I felt
So then you
like-
probably had
I felt
COVID
like-
last
They,
year.
they,
Nah,
they,
like a while ago.
because there was
okay.
Sorry.
so this doctor was saying he's keeps testing himself for antibodies and he's got them.
Yeah, I think yeah, yeah.
Oh,
We
so
spoke
in
about
the UK, you get
this.
2 free tests a week now.
So he was saying this doctor, because he was saying he was getting the antibodies test, and there's the hospital saying go and get a vaccine. He's saying not getting the vaccine because my medical science tells me that if you've got the antibodies, you do not give someone a vaccine who's got the antibodies. He goes, so until my antibodies have run out, I'm not
depleted,
going
yeah.
to get the
Yeah,
going
you-
to
this
get the
is the
vaccine.
thing.
So with that in mind, shouldn't they be testing everyone for antibodies before they give them the vaccine?
How long has he had these antibodies?
2 years.
So he's had them 2 years, and they're trying to say that this vaccination after 5 months, you still be able to transmit the virus. So if he's got antibodies after 2 years, still, why are people being vaccinated that have had?
Well, that's what I mean. Surely they should be testing for the antibodies.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I think.
But then how much do those tests cost?
I don't know.
Well, this is what I'm saying. I reckon it's all it's up to you, but it's all for money, isn't it?
Well, my thing is, if they're hiding the fishing, what are they hiding with this? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
If they,
Yeah.
if they're
if they're hiding the fishing,
if they're hiding the fishing
what are they
thing,
hiding from us now?
yeah, and there's more money in this. I'm pharmaceutical.
Yeah,
for sure.
100%.
Fucking yeah. It's like it's mental. Big tech, big pharma. And the next one is a combination of the two. It'll be them wanting the inside information of your bloods and.
Well, this is why they said about the chip in the vaccine.
Let's
We don't need the chip.
skirt anyway.
Yeah.
Let's skirt and go back onto like
Let's
a
get off.
topic.
Yeah.
We're going a bit deep.
We're going down a rabbit hole.
we actually are.
Going down the rabbit hole.
It's a deep one.
a
So,
deep one.
yeah. Well, got any questions?
Yeah. Let me recall what we're doing.
Fitness?
Fitness. Yeah.
You were talking about some shit like that in your book.
It was. I've completely thrown off now. We're fucking going down the
The
fucking
rabbit hole.
go down the rabbit hole.
Come back.
Vaccine.
Yeah. Get vaccinated if you want it, though, still.
Yeah, do your thing, innit? Joe Budden was getting upset the other day because he got the Johnson & Johnson.
Is it what? Now it's been recorded. That's what I'm saying. Once it's in you, it's in you.
Yeah,
though.
that's what he was saying. He was like, I fucking own it. He was like, I was
That's
at a
what you
party
have to
the
do,
other
though.
night with some unvaccinated heathens.
So listen. So I hate obviously dating sites and stuff. You know what I'm like, but. So I was on Bumble the other day, and there's a mad thing on there, brother. And you got to fill out a bit. It's about COVID.
No.
Whether you've been vaccinated or not.
Don't lie.
Like I'm safe
What, on a
to. I'm
dating
safe to
site?
date, bruv. What the fuck?
Wear a mask when you're shagging.
Yeah, listen.
No, apparently
Don't wear a
someone
condom,
was
just
saying
wear a
something
mask.
about you can have sex, but you
Can't kiss.
you're not allowed. It's something to do with like anal. You're more likely to catch it. So
Yeah,
if
because
you
it's in
have
your feces. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
But-
What point is that?
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Back, Costa.
yeah, but they were like telling people to do it from behind, so there's less chance of you like breathing onto. And then I was like, but you're not allowed to meet people,
Bruv.
so surely that's your missus in your
It's-
yard.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know how you live, but you know,
Mate, Tinder nowadays is mad.
do what you want, can't you?
Do
Really.
what you want.
Anyway, back to
Back to the. Just keep.
yeah. So what? Yeah, fitness. Let's
Yeah,
talk about
fitness.
like.
Witness
So
for
you were saying to me actually the other day that you feel that you have more energy and more stamina since you've gone plant based
Oh yeah. Definitely.
compared to when you were
Definitely.
eating buffalo and ram
And all them things.
and
Yeah,
things.
100%. I think I said to you, the first 6 weeks, like where you go through a transition of not obviously eating the meat and not eating the dairy and not even, I was fucked. My body was just like, what are you doing? And I felt like I honestly felt like I wouldn't eat meat again, but I would go back to the dairy and go back to the, because I don't know why, but I felt like it was giving me the energy, and obviously it wasn't. Like, my body was just clearing out all the toxins and the shit, and was ready to change from, you know, acid to alkali, anabolic to metabolic, or whatever it is. And yeah, once I broke through that barrier, it was like I was unstoppable. The running was faster every week. I was stronger at the gym every week. And I had someone message me the other day actually, and they said, bruv, surely all your gains now are because you used to eat meat. And I was like, I'll show you a photo of me 4 years ago when I ate meat, and I'll show you a photo of me now that I eat plants, and none of them gains are from meat. And if you think about the protein in meat anyway, it's a byproduct of plant protein.
Yeah.
So the amount of people I say to, look at a giraffe, look at a gorilla, look at a rhino, they all eat plants. You eat that meat, it's synthesis from that protein from a plant. So
And
it's
it's
like,
then you said about the dairy, because I was like strict plant-based for 4 or 5 years, and then after the lockdown, for some reason in this lockdown, like, dairy creeped into my diet. And I was like, how the fuck did this happen?
It's a treat.
And it was like how lethargic I feel. And like going back to it, I was like, oh my god, like, do you mean? And it's like fucking, but you start eating that cheese again, that shit's like crack.
oh, bro,
But
if you ask,
give me that Stilton, bad.
9 out of 10 people that you ask, like, would you go vegan? Nah, I miss cheese.
Yeah.
Or the other's chocolate, but
yeah.
mate, Galaxy do a mad vegan chocolate.
I mean, like, I didn't miss the cheese until I've gone back, and I could do it again, but I'm finding it harder this time because I know I've done it before, and it's like, oh, do you mean it's like?
So you're eating dairy now still, or you're not? Like,
Yeah, well, I'm not. I am, and I'm not buying it, and we're not having. Like, I'm not having blocks of cheese and fucking that in the house.
I was terrible for cheese.
But like, if I'm at the park with the kids and they get an ice cream, I'll fucking probably get myself an ice cream.
Yeah.
I find, like, when I first went vegan, I was so strict on myself. It made like my OCD so much worse. And I think now I just, like, the other day someone offered me a crisp, I ate it, I had milk in, I was like, because in my head I used to be like, you're not vegan anymore, you got to start the clock again. Like, I'm like, no man, like, you're still vegan, bro. Don't worry about it. Like,
yeah,
it's learn not to be so hard on yourself.
Yeah, it's I like having a sensible approach about life, innit? It's yeah, I think there's enough. There's enough people out there that are gonna fucking judge you. Don't fucking judge yourself.
All I think about.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely.
There's enough people out there with their fucking poisonous fucking
Judgy
mentality.
fingers.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, put your fucking finger back in your pocket. But it's
naughty thing.
But do you know what it is though? Do you mean it's like if we'd like if that voice in our head is saying the same negative shit as what's saying out there, you're hearing it all the time. It's like fucking your voice in your head is like this fucking nutcase, right? Who's a stalker who you try to get a restraining order on and you can't, and he keeps following you everywhere. And he comes around your house and he's shouting at you all the time, and you're like, "Fuck off, leave me alone!" And he just don't fucking leave you alone, no matter what you do. So you need to learn to live with him, and you need to learn to fucking speak kind words.
It's funny you say that. I'm reading the book, literally, I just started reading it. It's feel the fear and do it anyway.
Yeah, Sue, what's her face?
Sue Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Jefferson?
Something like that, yeah.
But yeah, that's literally what it is. It's all about that voice in your head and learning how to put that voice to sleep. The negative thoughts is learning how to turn that to positive and using it in...
It's changing the words.
Yes, definitely.
So if it's like, if you say I can, you switch it to I must.
Yeah, I must. And like...
So
not that I want, I would like. And like, it's very hard. Like, obviously trying to change the way you think when you thought a certain way for so long.
Yeah.
And like this, obviously, what led me to read it is my OCD. It's been mad. This obviously lockdown, and like you said about people judging, I'm constantly worried about like Instagram and stuff like that. Trying to promote my business, like people always judging.
Yeah.
And I feel like recently I've got really back into my fitness, and I've been posting to my page for my own confidence. Obviously, a story disappears after 24 hours. I haven't posted like on my actual page since 2018. So I have this weird anxiety of people just judging me all the time, and if like it's a wrong angle, people think I'm ugly or whatever. And I'm starting to realise now, like the field of fear and just do it anyway is like, fuck what people think. This number on my Instagram is just a number. And what I've realised is doing the fitness thing, like obviously you said that I inspired you to do more fitness, and you know what I mean, and obviously like I said to you the other day when you said about the priority thing, and I had priorities as a student, not a time management issue, and I was like, nah, it's true. I'm like, one of my priorities now is my mental health, so I'm going to sort my mental health out, and obviously sorting my mental health out is doing things out of my comfort zone, i.e. this as well. And like
I'm surprised that you're here. If I'm honest.
Do you know what? I feel good.
When he said the other day, oh yeah, we'll get Reece on, I was like, yeah, definitely get Reece on, but I don't know if he's ready. And then you were like,
no,
do you know what?
Because I'm reading this book, and it's like, it's resonating with me so much, and I'm like, for so long now you've been like this scared little recluse, and it's like, why? And obviously it was like when I went vegan, I stopped all the drugs, I cut certain people out of my life. I had like a bad drug addiction, like obviously that's part of trauma and blah 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 blah. So it's like only now that I'm consciously aware of like who I am and what I'm doing, that is like, well, you know, you want to be and do and have all these things out of life, and like you're not going to do that if you don't get out of your comfort zone. So
exactly
this is literally step one for me.
Man.
And it's like I said, going back to the thing obviously about the judgment, I found now, even though like I'm trying to be more confident, I'm posting things about my like fitness and my food, and I've lost a bit of following. People aren't watching my stories now as much. And I know you shouldn't get open up about OCD. So
but that's a good thing.
You also got to bear in mind this
but I feel like
the algorithm. That's not always necessarily the people.
No, but like what I've noticed is obviously like it's probably about 100 people stop watching my story, and whether that's because you know they're not happy with what they're doing, or they don't want to see my fitness, or they don't.
It's also filtering out the people that
this
don't
is why,
apply to.
Yeah, this is why I'm saying.
Like,
this is why I'm saying. Like now I'm looking at it, and I see my followers, and I see the number I've got, and I'm like, you mean shit? That's 0 to me now, because I'm going to start again, because my interest and my passion now is for my fitness and my veganism and whatever. And if those people that I have that those numbers that follow me aren't interested, then.
You're better having the smaller number that are fully engaged,
and it's all about building that engagement.
And as well, you got to bear in mind, like, because my thing's like the engagement thing, and I think, why aren't people engaging? And it's like, not everyone likes to engage online. Like some people are watching, they're taking it in.
I find
it's like I didn't for years. I just like look, and I was like, I wouldn't want to put a comment on something or get involved in that. It's like fucking. But,
see, I'll comment because I appreciate the time and the effort and that goes into it, and obviously and I like the work. So and I'll always, I'm not like one of those just like for like, follow for follow, that bullshit, man. Fucking, that's what gets in your head. Do you know what I mean? If I'm genuine, if I like it, I like it. And that's what I'm saying about like you should engage with people that are on the same wave as you and the same interest as you, and that's why I'm saying like people that I have on there are just people that I've met throughout time, and you know, people I was friends with when I was younger, and it's not actually people that are interested in the content and they're going to invest in the content that I want to put out. So now I'm like, do you know what, like this is step one, boom, I've done it, so tomorrow maybe I'll post something to my Instagram. It's like, and I don't give a fuck about the likes and the following and whatever, like it's more for my own confidence, because people see me and think, you know, I'm confident, I'm outgoing, like you said to me, innit? You know, you think, oh, you need to sell your business, be the face of your business, and I'm like, yeah, I know, like I'm not like big-headed, but I'm good looking now, whatever, but I don't see it like that. So like I feel like because of the judgment in the world and obviously not loving the skin that I'm in, I haven't like excelled to be the best that I can be. And this is why like obviously now I'm trying to do this. That self-love and the changing of the words, like I say all that. But I've read something once when you said about the spending the time with people, and it was spend 1/3 of your time with people that are in a better or more successful place from you, however you deem that, whether it's wealth or health or whatever. And they say spend 1/3 of your time with people that are on the same as you, and then 1/3 with the people that are in a worse off positions with you, so that you can help better them. So you're in competition with the people on your level. Well, you're only ever truly in ever competition with yourself, but you like healthy competition with people on your level. You're uplifting the people below you, and you're learning from the people above. So it's like, I mean, it says that in the book balance, as well, man. But what it says is obviously when you spend that third of the time with the people above you, you'll actually realise that you're in some stages or ways or aspects in your life you're ahead of them. They will teach you things, but you'll teach them. Or you'll teach them about. They say that this to always assume that the person you're speaking to knows something that you don't. Where they are. And if you can, like, I think if you can do that, no matter where you are or what level or what you're doing in your life, it's do you know what I mean? It's that's how you stay humble, isn't it? Yeah, like, do you mean? Definitely. Like, no matter how much you learn, and you generally, like, a lot of these people, okay, like, you might not get the attention of some of these people because they're fucking. If you're that successful in whatever you're doing,
your time, you're not just going to give your time to fucking anyone.
No.
You're only going to give your time to people that you
true.
feel are like worthy of your time.
Worthy of it, yeah.
So if you do get the chance to get there, you're like, a lot of the time you see that these people are genuinely just as willing to learn from you as you are from them. Do you know what I mean? It's,
That's what I want to do as well. Like, I want to teach people along the way. I don't want to be like this pushy vegan.
Yeah.
But like, the proof is in the pudding. Obviously, like you said, with me being my fitness and feeling fitter and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think people are scared to take that leap because they're scared of change.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're scared that it'll actually benefit their lives.
Yeah, there's the whole thing in it. It's like where they say self-sacrifice. It's not self-sacrifice. What's the word? Sacrilege? No. Fuck no. Been talking for too long. Been there for 4 weeks.
Sabotage?
Been a minute.
Self-sabotage. That's the fucking one. So yeah, it's like Matthew McConaughey, and he was talking about it. He put it really well. So he was saying, like, when you get in life and you're fucking climbing up this hill or trying to do something to become successful or whatever it is you're trying to do, because you got there and you're pushing this fucking boulder up the hill. Do you know what I mean, to get there? And they go, then you finally get to the point and you're no longer pushing the boulder up the hill. The boulder is running away from you and you're fucking trying to keep up with it because you're doing so well.
Yeah.
And he goes, don't fucking trip yourself up on that hill. Do not fucking trip yourself up whilst you're chasing that thing, because something in life will trip you up.
Yeah.
One of your loved ones is going to get fucking terminally ill. Like fucking something's going to fucking blindside you on fucking one afternoon. Do not fucking self-sabotage it for yourself, because life will do that at some point. Fucking run with that boulder and fucking take that and grasp that fucking opportunity
100%.
by the balls and fucking
By the boulders.
Definitely by the boulders.
by the boulders.
Grab that like by the boulders. No,
But
definitely. I
there's a lot to
agree.
be said about it, man. It's
How are we doing for time?
20 minutes.
cool.
Well, 25 minutes.
What,
Yeah,
25
well,
minutes
nice.
left, or? Yeah, so.
Oh, nice.
So with the you're saying with the OCD,
yeah, it's been a bit mad. Like, I only got diagnosed last year, just before the pandemic, and it was all a bit of a like.
so we're at OCD, because like most people say like OCD, they've got like the
Washing
fucking stereotype
hands
of the stuff. So what is like?
So mine.
It's obviously a lot wider than that. Like the actual
different types, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still trying to understand it myself, so I've just started therapy and stuff to like try and understand my brain a bit more. But mine's more like impulsive thoughts, impulsive ways of thinking, and then so like I feel like I'm not good enough. Like, my shit's not good enough. My photos aren't good enough for Instagram, and then it's like instead of just feeling the fear of doing it, obviously, and having I got so much content in my phone, but it's
So
like
much.
But it's like overwhelming to sit and edit and post and stuff, because obviously I'll start overthinking. And I'll start thinking, oh, is that the right one? Have you edited it right? Is that right? And because I overthink and everything, it leads to procrastination. And then when I procrastinate, I end up not posting it. I mean, I'll miss that time slot of like the perfect time to post it or whatever, you know. And there's so many things take like or come into play that like it just becomes impossible for me to basically finish a task.
Yeah.
So then I end up with so many unfinished tasks, and it was like it was impossible for me to start this business. Really, it was just a case of like I just had to fucking do it.
Yeah.
I just had to just run with it, like you said. You know, push the boulder up the hill. Just run with it, because
Yeah.
you know I've had a lot of shit happen to me in life. Like, they will trip you up. You know, my mum being diagnosed with cancer, and fucking my friend dying at 22 of terminal cancer, and like it's been mad. It's been tough, and obviously being alone throughout the pandemic's not helped. Like, being in my own head every single day. That's why I just turned to fitness and turned to my food, and that's why people think that, you know, these people could stop following me and stop watching my shit because they're jealous or envious of what I'm doing. But if they actually understood why I was doing it, and the fact that, you know, the only time my mind is at rest and my demons are at bay is when I'm running, and when I switch off and when I break those mental barriers. Like when I ran those 20 miles fasted,
20 miles.
I was fucked, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
Stuff all the time.
Listen.
So what's that? That's like 1.5 marathons, right?
So 26 miles is a marathon. So basically, my brother, my nan, like just passed away. Rest in peace, man. Obviously, you know, it's devastating for my mum, and like we didn't really have a good relationship. My nan, she was in a home, and obviously during the pandemic, can't go and see her. And so my older brother, like, bless him, I didn't even know until he finished the thing, but. So he did 100. It was like 100 miles he had to run in 30 days, and it was for dementia. My nan had dementia, and obviously his last like 15, 16 miles, he was like, "Reece, will you come and run with me? Like, push me to finish it." And I said, "Yeah, whatever miles you want to do. Like, if you want to do a marathon, whatever." Glad we didn't fucking do a marathon, but so I was like, "Yeah, cool." So we went out, we ran a few hours, did 16 miles, we finished the thing, and like it was nice. I mean, then I found out obviously it's for my nan, and I felt like a sense of accomplishment as well, that I helped him finish that, and it was nice for my mum. And then I thought to myself, if you can go out and run 16 miles with your brother, and like him saying, you know, like, oh, you have miles left in you, I feel like I had miles left in me. I thought, fuck it, I can do a marathon. So 2 days later, I got up and I set out to do a marathon. And obviously I've never done a marathon, so I don't know about pacing myself, bro. And obviously in a marathon, you see they get drinks on the way around, these little gel packs and that. So I've obviously just put trusty old little chili in the bag, put my little backpack on, put my headphones in, started running. I've got about 16 miles in from where I was obviously 2 days before, and my body's like, yeah, this is the furthest you've ever run now, like, what the fuck are you doing? So then I'm like, right, cool, this is the time where, you know, you get in your head and you break those mental barriers. So I'm like, nah, just stop being a pussy. Pain is like weakness leaving the body. You can do this, like, just do it. So I started running, I'm running, and I'm in my head, it's cool. And then I've got to like a point where it's like 18 miles, and I've checked my phone, and it's like, 18 miles, 8-minute miles, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty fucking good. Then I've realised that, like, I hadn't had a drink, my mouth was bare dry, and I was like, So my last 2 miles were like 14 odd minutes, and I thought, I've got 6 miles to go for a marathon. And luckily I was almost home, so I just finished at 20 miles. But I think anyone that runs a marathon, I take my hat off to them. It's tough.
Yeah.
But I'm not trained. I don't train. I genuinely think it's lifestyle. I eat well. Nutrition's a main thing. And obviously being vegan, I genuinely believe it's the veganism. I don't know many people that can get off their sofa.
the mindset as well, it's like, if you
It's
look at
definitely
you
a
look at
mindset.
Wim Hof.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that fucking bloke's like,
I'm on
This
my
is what-
5th
this
day
is-
now of
Kilometre
cold
gyro
shower.
of
In
his
his pants.
fucking
And this is
shorts.
what I'm starting to understand. So I ran to Wally Woods, wasn't it? And I said to you about going in the mornings in cold water swimming, because I have a lot of pain at the moment, a lot of demons, you know what I mean? And like running switches that off. And I feel like obviously breathing is a powerful thing.
Yeah.
I have to focus.
The most
I have to
powerful
focus on my breathing when I'm running. So I'm now thinking like, okay, shit. Well, if you know that when you're running, you know, you can put your mind to rest, then, and it's all through breathing, then surely if you did the cold water exposure or whatever, then you would do the same thing, because I can't run every day. It's not good for my body, you know, it's not good for my legs and stuff, but it's the only thing that's stopping me at the moment from being mad. Not mad, but obviously like letting my OCD get the better of me, because like I said, I still don't really understand it. So days where I like get up and I'm in my own head and I
You
doubt
ever
I should
thought
just do
about
it.
going to jiu-jitsu?
So I used to box and it helped a lot. And then I chopped my thumb off.
Come up to school.
Come out the cult.
Yeah.
No, I really, because I like fighting. I like it's discipline.
Jiu-jitsu is like,
It's meditation at the same time.
it is, because like when you're in that moment and some bloke's trying to fucking when some bloke's trying to fucking snap your arm,
Yeah.
and like all you're thinking is like,
Don't
fucking,
break my arm.
how do I get out from this bloke fucking snapping my arm? That's all your fucking mind's on. Your mind's not on fucking, oh fuck, I forgot to put the rubbish out. Do you know what I mean? Fucking, and then you go off into your spiral of like whatever else fucking worries on your mind. It's like, no, this bloke's fucking trying to break my arm. Fucking get out. Or this bloke's trying to choke me out or whatever. Yeah, if you want to come up, mate, fucking,
Because
let me know.
I boxed up there, wasn't it? And I obviously Salvador. He did say, you know, you're a good fighter. Like, come up to the gym, and then it's a bit pricey, I thought, but
Why is that?
because it's a cult. No, but genuinely,
but big up all of the jiu-jitsu out there in their geese,
it's tough, man. It's tough. In their geese, man.
In their geese. They don't cost that much to make, but they sell them for 100 and whatever pound.
Cult.
No. Honestly, big up.
No,
I
trust
should
me.
start really, but my excuse
let's go
last
then.
year was
Let's
I
go.
had braids, and my excuse this year is I'm not fit enough yet. But as soon as I'm fit enough, I'm on it.
I had him
You'll
up a
get
mountain.
fit doing it, man. It's fucking, it's good shit.
Yeah, that's what I find
It's,
as well. Fitness is key for that, and obviously, like you said, it is. I think it's definitely, when I used to box, the discipline, your mind was switched off at the same time as well. You're obviously trying to avoid being hit, so
Yeah.
it's definitely
And it's really counterintuitive, isn't it? Like, it's like to learning to like move into a punch.
yeah.
It's like, no, you don't move away from punch. Learning to move into it. It's
Into
like,
it.
right there's a fist coming towards my face, and I gotta
natural
fucking go into
instinct
it.
just to move. Like, it goes against everything I know.
Because I did judo for like 10 years.
Oh, we were just talking about this actually.
Yeah, I did judo for 10 years.
Tell him why you stopped.
Because I got to blue belt 4 tabs, and they said for me to get my brown belt, I had to be able to not beat up, but win against a brown belt adult. and then I got distracted by green stuff and stopped.
I got my green belt.
Then I got my green belt.
And then
I've still got my green belt.
and then haven't exercised since, which is
Would you
obviously-
do it again?
Yeah, no,
Do you
no.
miss it?
So,
Do you miss
so what I was thinking
Better off doing
is,
jiu-jitsu than judo, aren't you?
but this is the thing, yeah. I think
Judo's a cult as
judo would be better for me just because
But isn't
I want it to be less of a. When I see you lot and your jiu-jitsu, it's more of a lifestyle. I don't want a lifestyle. I want something to do twice a week
a hobby?
for fun. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to. Like I see certain
suppose
people get into it.
it depends
and
how far you wanna take
It's
it.
different, but then I see other people get into it, and it just takes over their whole life.
Yeah, it hasn't taken over my life.
No,
I
you're
train like
one of
two
the
or
people that
two or
haven't.
three times a week, and it's like
compete?
it's good. I have competed. Yeah, I've done. When I was white belt, I did like 7 competitions. Probably was it.
Nice.
I haven't done any as a blue belt.
So what's the?
What is it? White,
White.
blue, purple.
White, blue, purple, brown, black,
Right.
So there's 5: white, blue, purple, brown, black.
and then you got coral. But like to get coral, you like have
What's
to.
that? Like a 10 dan? Like a
Mad.
It's like like
mad dan.
Yeah, man.
that's like Carlos.
mad.
Like, there's not many
Mad.
corals.
yeah.
Crazy.
So what's
belts in
that
judo.
then?
He's black belt 3 or 4 stripes.
So is that
Was he
your
world champion?
instructor?
Professor, yeah.
Professor. That's what they're called.
So professor, a black belt's a professor, and then you have
How's
coach.
Professor Green?
So who does?
How's he Professor then?
I don't know. So who
He's
gave
not like you,
him
Professor Green.
his black belt? Someone above him. What are they called? Corals.
No, so
Who's
it
that
would have still
belt?
been a professor.
It's like a better name.
Coral belt, like there's not many with coral belt. I don't know.
They're rare.
I've never even heard
you
of
got
a coral
Google?
belt.
They're
So
like
that's-
unicorns.
Let's
or
do
something.
Google it. How many
Yeah, it's
coral?
true.
But they're-
Alright,
it
let's-
takes
Tree
like
man.
it takes like 50 years, I think.
50 years.
Yeah, that's
Or
like
something like that
Pete
to get a
Thatcher.
coral.
My judo instructor was like past black belt. He was like red and white belt or something. There's like
Coral
Weird
belt
belt.
You see all
jiu-jitsu.
those fucking,
Coral belts are very
fake,
experienced practices.
like
Most of whom
karate
need
people
large
in China. There was this guy, martial artist
minimum of
who
7
was
years of training and
You
teaching
haven't
at
got a
black
mic?
belt and red belt level
Can you?
before progress is the next rank.
Okay.
There you go. More than
sorry.
30 years as a
Yeah,
black
30
belt.
years.
You have to be a black belt for at least 30 years to get a.
That's mad.
You still would you
And it
be,
takes-
So
and
would you be hard as fuck,
Yeah, mate.
or would you be old?
You'd be old
and
as
just
fuck.
really wise.
No, but even then, if you like, if you
Yeah, but I
look at
think-
like, if you've seen like fucking Carlos Gracie and that rolling around, mate, and it's like they can these.
Is so because I
I'd still
at
want
one
to.
point
I was,
before I was like, because obviously Noah was like, you need to come jiu-jitsu, and I was like, all right, cool, fuck it, let me watch some things. So there, I watched like
Let me
two
watch some-
documentaries on the history and how it started, and it was fucking sick.
Yeah.
So like, what's the guy's name?
Carlos.
Is that the
Master
original dude
Carlos.
that him and his brothers or something, they were doing Japanese jiu-jitsu, but
So
that was more
Japanese,
focused
yeah.
on,
So the Japanese
strength,
yeah,
and
so
he
the-
was weak.
The Japanese, yeah, and they come over and that it's basically like done. It's just like using leverage,
Yeah.
against you.
And then he like offered out pretty much any martial artist.
So they did like it was like
America,
it was like
right?
well no, it was like the first 3 UFCs, wasn't it?
Right.
And then like jiu-jitsu just fucking like yeah
dominated.
was like
Because
proven
I
to
swear I
be
was reading
most
that, like
effective.
in the documentary, he was saying that he was inviting different martial artists from wherever
Any
they
fighting
were in
skill.
America, any
See,
style,
so you see
to a
the-
garage.
No, but yeah,
and it
yeah,
was in
yeah.
a garage.
But then then the UFC started. So
Yeah, and this was before
so,
UFC.
so the
man.
first 3 UFCs were. It was not like the UFC now, where it's,
No,
like,
no.
it's like you'd have
They
like
were- they
one
were
guy
mad.
in a fucking
Judo,
gi, you'd have
yeah,
one
yeah,
with a
yeah.
fucking boxing gloves, do you know what I mean? And they,
Wrestling.
yeah, and they
actual
were like,
mixed martial arts.
yeah, and they were
it
like,
was
And now it's
mad.
just jiu-jitsu. Pretty
no,
much.
you still got the Muay Thai. It's like jiu-jitsu,
But
wrestling, and Muay
the
Thai.
focus, isn't it?
Yeah,
Most effective, though, isn't it? I guess
yeah. I mean, like, do you mean it's like fucking?
They should do that
you
with police,
use
man.
they should do what
They
teach
should.
jiu-jitsu.
They should.
Please.
They should fucking give police jiu-jitsu
If
training.
you listen to the Sam, I haven't listened to the full episode yet, but Sam Harris, the recent one, he's talking about it.
Is it? They
Is
should.
it with Henner? He's with one of the. He's talking to one of the. I think it's Henner Gracie. He's talking to.
How many
And,
of them?
and they're.
How many of the brothers though?
How many Gracies are there? There's fucking loads.
Because all
Why
the
is
gym,
that?
who owns the gyms? Are like gyms
It's a cult.
independent or
Huh?
the gym's independent?
What?
So each
Gracie.
gym is like
Gracie Bar gyms.
their
So
own.
yeah. So Salvo's got that
Yes,
one.
he owns that gym.
So that's his, and then it's like, it's like.
So is
a
it
part
like
of the franchise.
franchises?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Okay.
Let's start.
I
Let's
think
just buy a
something
gym.
like that. But yeah, it's
Buy a gym.
the Gracie Bar. Is the most
Dominant.
in the world.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
So I mean, like I could go to like fucking Barcelona
country, innit?
and say
You'll
like
go-
I'm from.
Where did you go on tour? Italy?
So no, Salva runs a summer camp in Sicily, which is where he's from.
Yeah.
That's where you went, isn't it?
Yeah, I went to Sicily. Nice one. That's
Yeah,
fun.
it's nice, lovely. It was like where we went. It's like not like a tourism place at all. It's just like a little village. Like, do you mean there's like fucking.
Yeah, I went to
And they had these rude little like iced coffee things, man. They were
Yeah,
fucking
bad.
banging, and these little lemon things that you used to drink
Roller
as well.
sorbets.
Yeah,
Not sorbet, gelato.
yeah, mate. You can't go there and not eat dairy, mate. Fucking
Well, I
get
was eating
on that
vegan ones still. I was eating vegan
gelato,
ones still, but
mate.
even
There was
vegan
no
was nice.
fucking vegan gelato where
Was
we
it
were,
not?
mate.
We had like cinnamon flavour, double chocolate.
What, vegan?
Yeah, man, it's
Come
bad, bro.
Yeah.
Like even when I was, because I went to obviously my friend's family were over there, and they're feeders, aren't they, the Italians? And they're like, "Oh, no more cholo," and I'm like, "Listen, I don't want any more food. I'm not eating it." Like my mate's stepmom, like just feeding us up. And as
Yeah,
soon as I
nice,
left,
man.
I couldn't eat another thing. But I seen gelato, and I was like, "Yeah, okay." Proper
We went there
stoner
and
in me.
fucking. They do them in like a bun.
Oh, the brioche. The
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like ice cream, but and Brendan
Trust me.
Strafford. Brendan was there, and we were like, he was like,
I love brioche.
yeah, brioche gelato.
What? So there was what inside it?
The gelato's inside the
Gelato.
brioche.
So it's like ice cream in a bun. mate.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
Why do things like
It
that
was
even
rude.
exist, bruv?
Do you know what I've seen as well?
It's dangerous.
All along the coast in Sicily is all ice cream bars, and they don't have clubs. They all go to ice cream bars.
Yeah,
They all chill
we
in
went to
ice
go and
cream
find
bars.
them. So we went on one of the last nights there. We were like, "Fuck it, let's go to the next town." It's like me, Bowen, and fucking Soul didn't come. His leg was broke. Fucking who else? No, did no one come with us? Anyway, we went to the next town, and we found like a couple of bars. But yeah, it's just fucking gelato places.
It's gelato
everywhere.
bars, and they all just chill outside gelato bars, like
Yeah,
groups
fair.
of people.
Fair.
And
What, eating gelato?
And you'd think they'd all have
or
diabetes and be
drinking?
obese.
No, but
eating
they
gelato,
they
eating
walk.
gelato.
They've
So say, like,
got
we'd
a
go to the-
different
We'd
lifestyle,
go
man.
to the Earl, wouldn't we, for like a cocktail?
Yeah.
They'd go get ice cream.
Yeah, it's a different
Well,
lifestyle.
the Coke
though. It's
float,
like
please,
the,
love.
Yeah, literally.
Have you watched
There's
the-
a different coat float to fucking there.
the Zac Efron documentary.
Yeah, what's it
where he
called?
goes to the blue zone, where
Blue
people
spots,
live
the 5 spots in the world.
up to
Over
100
100,
and something.
yeah.
And he goes. It's in Italy somewhere.
Yeah, there's one in
isn't it?
Italy, one in
And
Japan,
It's the way they
one in South America.
the way they live their life, and they're eating locally sourced food.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
all like it's different, man. Than
It is.
here, it's
That's
like,
they say it, innit? It's
Eat with the
nutrition.
seasons.
Yeah, this is what I've
yeah.
said here. You need to like in the spring eat things that spring up out of the ground. In the winter, eat root vegetables. Like,
Yeah.
and obviously where you live on a continent, you should keep your food. Like we don't have bananas here, so obviously as evolution goes on, we don't need bananas, avocados, things like that. You just live off what grows.
Beetroot.
Beetroot.
Yeah, there's so many different cultures and races now. in
Well, you
the
can-
UK that you can't really rely on that. because
Well,
everyone's
we're
so
like a mixing pot, aren't we?
mixed up, innit?
But you can do the thing where you send off your DNA, and they'll tell you exactly what you should be eating for
Is
your
it?
ancestry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like,
like
you do those
mad.
mineral tests as well,
Yeah.
like see what vitamins and minerals
What you're lacking.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do all of those.
Yeah, I
So it's
would
like,
like
not,
that.
it's not as if it's going to change down the line.
Fuck me, half the girls are lacking in
Yeah.
vitamin D in this country. No.
Who's that? Me.
Nah, not
I
you.
definitely am. I'm definitely lacking vitamin
Oh, I
D.
kicked the mic.
Put me in the
Nah,
blood.
'cause
Sun.
Put me in the sun, mate. Not allowed to leave this country. What a joke.
Yeah, we'll be able to soon,
What a
hopefully.
joke. Yeah, be alright.
Hopefully.
Be alright.
Oh,
Things are
of course
going.
you are. Why can't you leave the country?
It's illegal still.
Is it?
Well,
Yeah.
when I read the.
You get
on the-
fined.
Yeah, mad.
On the way back.
It says on the direct gov website, it is illegal to leave the UK without a reasonable excuse, basically. Like,
So if you've got like, so the way people are getting around it is if you've got holiday homes. If you've got holiday homes,
or yeah,
different country,
business,
you're allowed
or
to go there and.
But surely you could just be going somewhere on business, right?
well, that's what. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to prove it there. So, I think what they're doing though is it's more on the way back. So you can go out, but on the way back, they'll hit you with fines.
Yeah, if you yeah.
And also, they've gotten really strict with like the quarantine stuff now. I know when
It's
my
funny
friend came
'cause-
back and the police visited him halfway through his quarantine.
Really?
Why can't you
So
just
make
do
sure
a
he's at
test?
home.
That's what
You
I don't
can though.
understand.
I think because I've seen obviously on Graham like all these people that fly here and there and everywhere. They just do
Dubai.
two. Yeah. Bruv.
Dubai is a fucking really strange place,
I'd
right?
never go there.
It's not like it's never appealed to me.
Never.
To go to Dubai.
Built on slavery.
Well,
It's
yeah.
like
Do you know they use
Arab.
North Korean workers?
Mate,
North
there's
Korean
North Koreans
workers.
everywhere
Yeah, in Russia,
working,
fucking,
mate.
yeah.
It's fucking
That's what
crazy.
they do with the prisoners. Yeah, like you work off your
Did,
debt.
have you seen the
Majesty or
the
whatever.
garlic peelers?
The what?
Yeah,
In
I've-
China.
Yeah, I've heard some of this, and their fingers are like
So
all.
in China, so yeah, what they do is if you're in jail in China, they like one of the things they do is get you to peel garlic
Right.
because and the biggest export of garlic from China. You know, China have got monopoly on the world's garlic trade,
Right, okay.
and the biggest exporters of it from China are America, and the Americans like their garlic peeled,
They're so lazy.
right?
5 minutes, by the way.
but
prison
don't like.
system.
but the garlic, right there in because it's being
In
peeled
China.
by people in jail,
Yeah.
that is classed as slave labor.
Well,
Right.
this is the thing.
And America, it is illegal to have things.
Well, that's
on
what
slave
America
labor.
have done, haven't they? They've turned
But yeah,
prison
they're
system into it's slavery. It's a slavery,
Yeah.
but it's legal slavery.
Privatized jails and shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Right, that's fucked. It's like literally the jail's like, hey, we got empty cells. You tell that to the police and like arrest more people.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then
So corrupt.
get everyone to rap
It's
about
like the parking
bad shit.
attendants.
Yeah, that's nuts. That whole thing about the
The
fucking
thing with the record.
they had the secret meeting and they were like, we want to push
At gunpoint.
we want to push like gangster rap and music that is gonna
Bad
create
narrative.
crime in the ghettos. Do
This
you
is
want to get
mad.
in? The prisons are about to privatize.
Yeah.
Do you want to get involved on this and put shares in this?
Like it's like,
And
just
there's
like, say, like it's stocks and
allegedly.
shares. Like,
Yeah, and that's what happened. They
This
had their
is
like there's
mad.
people who've come out and said they were in this meeting. They were like, this is what they said.
Yeah.
They're like, if you look
That's
at
why
the,
they said they had guns as well.
Yeah, they'd be like, if you look at the narrative though, and you look at the it all plays out like that. When what do they push?
Yeah,
Are
well,
they pushing in?
yeah.
Who was it? It was fucking Biden, wasn't it?
What?
That pushed all that sort of shit.
What?
The fucking the whole black people being pushed into jails and privatized jails. Like he was behind that shit.
I don't know.
I swear he was.
So corrupt.
I swear he was. Anyway, let's end on
Yeah, let's
a positive.
Yeah. We so many rabbit
What
holes.
was the oh yeah.
Your personal
The
meaning
one
of
So
I
life.
what
forgot
is your personal meaning of life?
This is the question I forgot. I had time to think about. Don't really know. Just to do me, change a few minds along the way.
Fair.
That's all I can do. Like obviously going vegan, trying to make a little difference in this world. Yeah, maybe just to change a few minds. I don't really know. It's a hard question, you know.
So to influence, leave a good influence.
Yeah, kind of. I wouldn't say I want to be like an influencer, but
Oh no, we're not saying that.
I'm
Yeah,
influencer.
But
yeah,
all
nah.
that.
Yeah,
Influenza.
I'm the COVID. Yeah, it's hard. I should have remembered that question and thought about it, but
Yeah, man, that's all good though.
yeah.
To impact people's lives.
Yeah, basically.
Leave a good impact.
To leave an impact, yeah. Like
So basically, it all goes back down to the thing that pretty much everyone said, and that's be a good person.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
pretty
all
much.
under the
Like
same
I've worked
umbrella.
hard, yeah, to be a good person, and obviously, like, yeah.
A
I'd
good
like-
set of morals.
That's what. I want my like morals to resonate to other people, and for other people.
Well, it
to
worked
have-
with me. Like
Yeah.
that's what I say is like with the passing of DMX, rest in peace. I don't know if you've seen any of that stuff on Instagram last night.
Nah, I had the thing. I fell asleep on the
Swizz,
sofa. I was-
Swizz Beats made
they-
like a really good speech about.
Well, it was a
letting
memorial,
people
wasn't it?
know, yeah, like letting people know you're there for them before it's too late, and kind of giving people their
Yeah,
flowers while they're still here.
Yeah.
So like, I was gonna say like, do you know what I mean? Out of obviously apart from my mum and dad or whatever, certain members of my family is like the two people that have probably positively impacted my life the most out of anyone is you two. Do you know what I mean? And like, I ain't afraid to say that. Do
respect.
you know what I mean? Like, fuck it. Like, you
No,
two
that makes
have
me feel good as
impacted
well, man.
my life positively, like more than anyone else.
Yeah, nice.
Do you know what I mean? So like, I just thought I'd fucking say that.
No, I say the same too, man.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, do you know what I mean? You almost push me to do things I don't want to do.
Yeah,
positive
man.
Towards me, and like you give me good advice all the time. Like I said about the fucking priorities issue and that, like priority management, like not a time management problem, a priorities problem, and it all resonates with me. You know what I mean? Like, and I respect that.
It's good to have people.
Yeah,
like that
definitely.
around,
So,
We're
like,
all in
surround
it
yourself
together,
with
man.
people. Yeah,
All in it
definitely.
together.
100%.
Definitely, man.
Be kind to each other, people.
Yeah, man.
Be kind.
Peace out.
Stop eating meat.
Change your bloody clothes.
Change your bloody clothes. Yeah, nice.
4 weeks in a day.
Yeah. Thanks, Costa. Big
Safe
up.
Costa.
Big up your chest.